Hello, good morning, and welcome students once again to the online classes. Again, welcoming you all, myself Shrestha Pahwa from Winner Small Wonder Secondary School. And today, again, I am going to take your tenses further. So today, the topic is past perfect continuous tense. Now, what is past perfect continuous tense? First of all, we will understand this. So let's look towards the left. It expresses an action which began before a definite time in past. What does that mean? The first point. An action. When has it started? It has started in the past at a definite time. Okay? A definite time is there. A definite moment is there when I started an action when in the past. Okay? Then had continued up to that moment. Okay, so it had continued when? In the past. It has started and it has continued in the past. Was still in progress at that moment. Okay, so when that action was going on and it was still in progress in the moment at the past, that is known as past perfect continuous tense. No, this looks really confusing. How should we understand? Ma'am, you will say this is a language. Okay, but ma'am, we are not able to understand. So there is no problem with that. I will explain you through an example. See, first of all, let's look to your right. For example, he had been sleeping for 2 hours when I reached his house. He had been sleeping for 2 hours when I reached his house. Okay, so let's look. First of all, what happened? He was sleeping. Okay, I reached his house when? After 2 hours. Okay, so he was sleeping for 2 hours, then I reached his home. Okay, so first step was he was sleeping. So it has started in the past in a particular moment, at a definite time. Okay, then what came? I reached his house at a particular moment, that is after 2 hours. And I have been reporting all of this in right now. Okay, so I am telling that when did I reach his house? When he was sleeping for 2 hours. So all these two things have happened in the past. I am reporting a sentence. I am trying to explain an action which has happened at a particular definite time. Right now also, when I reached his house, the time of his sleeping, the process of his sleeping was in continuation. Okay, so that is why it is said had continued up to that moment. So it has continued till that moment. The time of 2 hours of his sleeping has continued to that moment when I reached his house. Okay, so in the very same way, this is explaining two moments together. An action started at a definite time, had continued to that moment, and was still in progress when I reached his house. So this is how these type of sentences are reported, and such sentences are known as past perfect continuous tense. Now, with past perfect continuous tense, we have done present perfect continuous tense also. With that, we were using has been, have been, like this. Okay, but here we only have to use had been as the auxiliary or the helping verb. Okay, so whether it's singular or it's plural, we are going to use had been. So your rule becomes subject plus had been plus ing form of verb plus object, and we are going to use since and for like we used to use it in the present perfect continuous tense. The very same way we have to use it with past perfect continuous tense also. Let's look at the tab. He had been playing cricket for 2 hours. Now I have used for 2 hours. Again a revision for you. For is used for a period of time, and since is used for a point of time. Okay, so this is a period of time, and that is 2 hours. A point of time is not mentioned for what time, at which time period I started, at which time I started. For example, I started playing cricket at 10 o'clock. So when over here 10 o'clock is used, I will use since. But right now only a period of time is mentioned, that is 2 hours. For that I will use for. Okay, so he had been playing cricket for 2 hours. She had been playing cricket for 2 hours. We had been playing cricket for 2 hours. They had been playing cricket for 2 hours. I had been playing cricket for 2 hours. You had been playing cricket for 2 hours. With all the subjects, we are going to use had been and the ing form of verb with object which has since and for usage. Let's continue with the examples now. I had been writing articles on various topics for 3 hours. Again, a period of time. Had been is used as the helping verb plus ing form of verb. He had been reading different kinds of books since morning. They had been playing football in that field before it started to rain. Jane had been gossiping in the coffee shop for 2 hours. Jeff had been studying in the library before he came to the class. We had been shopping in that shop before we came home. We had been watching a movie in this Cineplex for 3 hours. I had been singing different kinds of songs for a couple of hours. I had been listening to melodious songs for 4 hours. Tom had been traveling around the world since the month of December. I hope you are clear with the rule, with the examples. This is very simple. Only you have to write the sentences according to the rule. Okay. Now, your exercise again. What you have to do is you have to use a suitable helping verb and the verbs in the blanks. This is what you have to do. Okay. Next part, that is negative form of past perfect continuous tense. So where not is going to be placed, it is going to be placed between had and been. So your rule becomes subject plus had plus not plus been plus ing form of verb plus object. Okay, so over here we are going to place not in the negative sentences. Let's look at the examples. They had not been doing their work since 2003. He had not been eating vegetables for 3 years. She had not been cleaning her home since January. Kid had not been drinking milk for 5 months. I had not been listening to music since Thursday. Let's look at the tab. He had not been playing cricket for 2 hours. She had not been playing cricket for 2 hours. We had not been playing cricket for 2 hours. They had not been playing cricket for 2 hours. I had not been playing cricket for 2 hours. You had not been playing cricket for 2 hours. Now the examples. He had not been taking for 6 months. I had not been listening to music since Thursday. She had not been trying to get jobs since 2015. You had not been reading this book for 10 months. He had not been playing chess since 4 o'clock. The boys had not been watching television for 3 weeks. They had not been playing football since 10 o'clock. He had not been working for a newspaper for 5 years. One more exercise, exercise 23. You have to change the affirmative sentences into negative. Very simple, you just have to add not between had and been. So this is the task. Please do it right now. Right now is the time to complete your exercise hand to hand. Okay, don't leave it for future. Don't leave it for later. Okay, complete it right now, because right now you have got the proper explanation of the tense part of this particular past perfect negative form part. Okay, past perfect continuous negative form part. So right now is the time when the things are fresh in your mind and you can use the rule and change all these sentences without any doubt. Okay, later you might forget things and this is going to make confusion in your mind. Okay, so what is more proper is you do it right now. As soon as I complete the session, my online class, take a notebook, start writing the answers and complete it. Okay. Next part is interrogative form of past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so the rule, now what is going to happen with the rule? Had will come in the beginning, but been will remain after subject. Okay, so this is very important to understand. So had plus subject plus been. Don't make mistakes like this that you're going to place had been in the beginning. They're together. No, they're not together over here. They're going to separate and your rule becomes had plus subject plus been plus ing form of verb plus subject plus question mark. Okay, let's look at the examples. Had I been working? Had you been sleeping? Had she been watching TV? Had it been raining? Had we been drinking? Okay, so see, everywhere been is coming after subject. This is your subject and had is placed in the beginning. Please do remember this thing. You have to follow it right here. Okay, let's look at the tab. Had he been eating for a while? Had she been eating for a while? Had we been eating for a while? Had they been eating for a while? Had I been eating for a while? Had you been eating for a while? I hope this is very simple. Now let's look at the examples. Had I been studying hard for exams? Had I been eating food when she came? Had I been sleeping when the bell rang? Had I been watching a movie when they arrived? Had I been swimming when the girls shouted? Had she been writing a letter for 3 hours? Had he been living here since 1999? Had she been singing for 10 years? Had we been studying since 1 o'clock? Had they been teaching since 2002? Exercise one more, 24. It is saying you have to change affirmative into interrogative. Very simple, place had before the subject and been will come after the subject and put a question mark. That's it, you're done. Okay, so please do complete this exercise right now as I told you earlier also. The next part today we are starting again and that is simple future tense. Okay, so this is the third part. First we have completed with present, then we have completed with past and now this is the time for the future. Future, the word itself explains the action which has not yet happened. It will happen in the coming time. So that time is known as future. Okay, so let's look at what is simple future tense. An action that will be done in future to come. Okay, the action has not yet been started. It will start when? In the future time. But its exact time is not definite. When will it start? That time is not definite. Okay, we don't know when it is going to start, but it is going to start. For example, I will take your class tomorrow. Tomorrow at what time I will take? My time is not definite. Okay, so I am going to start and that is for sure. I am going to start tomorrow. That is also for sure. But at what particular moment, at what particular time, exact time I am going to take your class, that is not definite. Okay, so such type of sentences are included under simple future tense. With simple future tense we use two auxiliary verbs, that is shall and will. Okay, so with shall, now shall is used with two subjects, that is I and we, but this rule is only for the future tense. Okay, I and we, with these both subjects we use shall, and with all the other subjects including your he, she, it, they, you, with all of them we use will. Okay, so shall, I and we only in future tense, will all other subjects in future. Let's look at the rule. The rule says subject plus will plus first form of verb plus object. With the next rule says subject plus shall plus first form of verb plus object. Let's look at the examples. He will come tomorrow. Okay, so again we know that he is going to come tomorrow, but at what exact time you don't know. So you are just putting up a sentence that he will come tomorrow. We are using will. So your rule satisfies subject plus will plus first form of verb plus object. Okay, now see next one. She will buy a laptop at the end of this month. At the end of this month, we know that she is going to buy a laptop, but the exact time is not definite. So this type of sentence is also included under simple future tense. She will take her exam at the end of the year. I shall meet him in his office tomorrow. We shall shift to a new home soon. I shall give a nice gift. They will send us a mail. He will marry her the next week. He will give me a book as a gift on my birthday. He will go to England in the coming month. Okay. Now, the negative of future tense, simple future tense. Very simple, we will add not after the helping verb, that is will not, shall not, like this. Okay, so your rule becomes subject plus will plus not plus first form of verb plus object. The next one, subject plus shall plus not plus first form of verb plus object. Very simple. Let's look at the examples. She will not get admission in new school. He will not buy a car. They will not come to college. They will not play cricket. I shall not go to university tomorrow. He will not study this book. You will not need any help. They will not solve the problem. Students will not appear in the exam this year. They will not help you. Okay, so let's look at the next part, that is interrogative form of simple future tense. I hope you all are able to get the grip of these rules. This is the very simple part. This is why I am explaining you in short. This is very simple. You just have to go through the rule, understand the type of tense that it is, and you have to just solve the questions. Okay, this is a daily use tense. In our routine language, in our spoken, we do use these sentences even in the class, even with our friends, our parents, everybody. Okay, so this is very simple to understand. I hope that when you look at the examples, you are able to understand that yes, we do use all these type of sentences even in our routine life. Okay, so let's look at the next part, that is the interrogative form of simple future tense. The rule again, what it will be, your verb will come in the beginning of the sentence. So your rule becomes will plus subject plus first form of verb plus object plus question mark. Shall plus subject plus first form of verb plus object plus question mark. Now let's look at the examples. For example, will they send him an invitation card? Will she marry him? Will they buy a new chair? Will you help me? Will he call me tomorrow? Will she bring some fruits for the guests? Shall I go to America the next year? Shall we plan about starting a business? Will he meet me tomorrow? Shall we go to your school tomorrow? Okay, so very simple. You can just look at these sentences and justify the rule. Let's look at the first one again. The rule, will plus subject plus send is the first form of verb and the rest of the part is your object. Okay, so and a question mark also. Okay, so this is going to satisfy the rule. All these sentences are satisfying with the rule. Now let's look at the examples. I shall write articles on different topics. Robert will read various kinds of books. They will play football in that field. April will prefer coffee to tea. Bob will not go to the library tomorrow. We shall not go to shopping in that market this Monday. We shall not watch a movie in this cineplex on next Friday. Now 6th and 7th is your negative form of simple future tense. Shall I open the window? This is interrogative. Shall I tell the boss about this money? Will you bring your student card? Okay. Now the exercise. This is a combination of all the three forms of simple future tense that I am giving it to you. Okay, in the first part you have to put in each blank a suitable verb with, that is the auxiliary verb plus the main verb usage. You have to do it in these 6 sentences. The next part includes you have to change the affirmative sentences into the negative one. Third part, you have to change affirmative sentences into interrogative. So this all includes your all the three forms of simple future tense. The rest three future part are basically, children, not important, or I should say they are not in a routine language usage. Okay, so these basically all the three, that is what we talk about, the future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. All these three forms are basically a kind of, we do it, you know, an imaginary, an illusion, or we are supposing a situation. For that we do use all these three sentences. So all these three are not in a proper routine language usage. Okay, but we will be discussing all that three parts also. I will be telling you the rules. I will be explaining you that what kind of sentences are included under all these three, but in brief in my next class. And we will also be doing your problem solving session of all the exercises starting from exercise 13 to exercise 25. Okay, so what you have to do, students, every one of you, you have to complete all these exercises before I take up the next session. So when is that day? Today, right now. Do it now. Okay, do all these exercises, complete them, and when I discuss, you should be clear that where are we making mistakes. So this is the time of self-assessment, students. You have to self-assess yourself. Where you are going wrong, assess yourself. This is the time. Okay, so again, this is me signing out. Stay home, stay safe and study well. Thank you very much. Goodbye.